I'm Ann Bowers, and I'm a volunteer with the Lakeshore Humane Society. Some of you might recognize our logo here. Okay. I have a handout for all of you, and I'd like you to take a look at this. And I'm going to very briefly read through this with you. I'll try and be quick.
Thank you.
And I have one for everyone here. I am speaking from the point of view as a volunteer, as I said. Is this where I should speak to you, or should I
No,
place
that's fine.
myself somewhere else?
Yeah.
Okay. The following information is provided by Alley Cats Allies, and the website is there, and I would encourage you to take a look at this, okay? There is a problem that has come to our attention as Lakeshore Humane Society that is something that all of you should be concerned about. You have a village here with feral cats, homeless cats, stray cats. And maybe you aren't aware of it, but we have sometimes 8 or 9 calls daily from people in this community who are very concerned about what to do with these cats. So I'm addressing this at the invitation of you. You invited us to come and speak about this. We've already presented information, this exact information, to the town, and that board recommended that we come and speak to you. And so there can be some sort of a collaboration, and this can be dealt with. In Dunkirk, A.J. Doltz has been handling the program there, and he would be here tonight if he could be, but he has a class, but I think he's watching the same as. Anyway.
Not everybody knows.
No, anyway, he would be able to speak with you in depth about what Dunkirk has done, but I can tell you a little about it. But I'd like to read through this first so everybody knows what we're talking about here.
That may be the call coming. Saying the same thing.
Should we all stop?
He's gonna say I heard that.
Yes.
We're all set. We're all set.
That wasn't my cell phone.
Okay.
And now it won't happen again.
Stray cats have been pets. They're tame, friendly, and can be adopted into homes. This is something everybody should know. Feral cats are unsocialized and avoid human contact. Pet cats who are forced to fend for themselves because they are abandoned or accidentally lost, and kittens who are not socialized at an early age can become feral. If outdoor cats are not sterilized, more feral cats are born and the cycle continues. Like all animals, feral cats make their home where they can find shelter and food. Often this is within close proximity to humans. Because feral cats cannot be socialized, they are unadoptable and should be sterilized, vaccinated, and returned to their territory. Trap, neuter, return, or TNR, coupled with ongoing management, can help you coexist with neighborhood cats. Trap, neuter, return is the only effective and humane way to manage feral cat populations. Cats are humanely trapped, and taken to a veterinarian where they are spayed and neutered and vaccinated. Kittens and stray cats that are friendly to humans are placed into loving homes. Healthy adult feral cats, cats that are fearful of human contact, are returned to their established outdoor area. Food and water should be provided along with a simple shelter, and individuals should keep an eye on their well-being. So that pretty much establishes what you're dealing with here in Fredonia.
I have a question.
Mhm.
How much does it cost? I know we usually trap if someone calls, but what if how much does it cost for, let's say, like the neuter and the
I
vaccination?
can give you an idea of that in just a second.
Okay.
This is what I'd like you to look at. Thousands of reasons to spay and neuter. The first year, 2 cats produced 12 offspring. The second year, their offspring produced 77 offspring. The third year, their offspring produced 481 offspring. The 5th year, we jumped a year, 18,621 offspring. And by the 7th year, 720,411 offspring. A cat's gestation period is approximately 60 days. Most veterinarians sterilize a kitten at between 2 and 6 months of age. Pregnancy can occur while a mother cat is still nursing her kittens. And the greatness of a nation and its moral progress can be judged by the way its animals are treated. And that's Fredonia. Okay, I'm hoping that all of you will take this as a serious thing, because it is. And that's a quote by Mahatma Gandhi, by the way, as you see there. AJ Adults started a program, I think, I'm not sure how many years ago I have it here. It's going into the 4th year. And this is Fran Price, and she's worked with AJ Adults. She is also a volunteer in Lakeshore Humane Society. I can tell you that what has happened is volunteers from our organization have come forward with traps. Some of the traps were purchased by Dunkirk. They spent, I think, $1,000 purchasing have-a-heart traps. They had a huge population of cats, and they really had to deal with it. So our volunteers went in and trapped the cats, and then they were taken by our volunteers to a vet, and the vet established a price for them to be sterilized and to have a rabies shot and to be tested for feline leukemia and FIV. And then these cats were returned to the location, and people in the area agreed to care for them in a very simple way by supplying a simple shelter and food, as I mentioned to you earlier. The vets in the area all charge differently. I guess that would have to be something that you as a board would have to work out, maybe put out a bid or something like that, and see if the vets would be accommodating.
Do you know what Dunkirk pays now?
I know that Dr. Inkley, I think it's $60 for a female to be spayed. I think it's $80 for a male to be neutered. $80 for a female to be spayed. I think it's $10 for a rabies shot, and I think it's $20 for the other tests that they do to ensure that the animal isn't sick and has a contagious disease that they would pass on to other cats. So
you're looking at about $100 a cat.
Yeah, give or take, yeah.
depending on if they're male or female. So
Who would, maybe I missed this, who would trap these cats?
volunteers.
Volunteers would trap these cats?
Yes, and this would be in coordination with you. The volunteers would be paid for their transportation of the cats to the vet and back, the mileage,
Okay.
and the village would be responsible for paying the vet.